February 21st, 2025. My review of reading through Leviticus 14, 33 through 57, and chapter 15 and chapter 16. So reading through those as the plan to read the Bible in a year. What I see today. God may contemplate his choice, but he still has a choice. He's talking to the Israelites. We're talking about he's giving the people these houses, but hey, he might put some mold in us. It's his choice. He may do that. And then there's a process for getting that cleansed. And that process may signify a clean house, or it may signify everything's got to be destroyed, burnt. And it's interesting that the way this process works is if you see the mildew, you smell it, whatever, you detect mildew, you get everything out of the house so they can't be declared unclean, and you get with the priest. And then the priest will come and look at it. He'll close off the house for 7 days and check it. And if it's worse, there's more work to do. If it's better, everything's good, clean it, go. But if it's worse, everything in the house, depending on what's going on, it could be defiled and unclean and starting over. So that's very interesting. And that God may do that. He is God. That's interesting. And then we get into any man who has a bodily discharge is ceremonially unclean. He's not in sin. He's ceremonially. Yeah, easy for me to. He's unclean anyway. Not necessarily in sin, but that's a bodily discharge. And when that discharge is healed, then there's 7 days of purification. Then we get into whenever a man has an emission of semen, he is ceremonially unclean until the next evening, and he has to wash. And same thing with a woman. So there's these processes. Sex, ceremonially unclean, got to wash, and you wait till the next day. We get into other things with that too. This is how you will guard the people of Israel from ceremonial uncleanness. Otherwise, you would die, for their impurity would defile my tabernacle that stands among them. And we get into the tabernacle again a little bit farther, but we are God's tabernacle now through Jesus. Jesus has made our body his home, and he does the cleansing. His blood has cleansed us. It took blood of bulls and goats to cleanse the tabernacle. That's what we see in the next chapter, about the blood of bulls and goats cleansing the tabernacle and performing that work. But this is just a shadow of what Jesus has done. Jesus was the blood that cleansed our tabernacle from head to toe. His cleansing blood has taken care of that. It took a yearly offering of an animal to deal with that, but now we have the one-time offering of Christ being perfect and holy to take care of that. And the whole reason for the cleaning needed is because of the defiling sin and rebellion of the Israelites, of us too. We have defiling sin and rebellion. And then we get in towards the last of it. It says, on the 10th day of the appointed month in early autumn, you must deny yourselves. Whereas Christ says, deny yourself and take up your cross daily. So a little bit different. One-time sacrifice compared to an annual sacrifice. Now, deny yourself one time in a year. Well, they also have the Sabbath that they follow, but deny yourself that day. Whereas Jesus says, deny yourself every day. Take up your cross and follow him. So, a couple interesting things. That's what I caught through today.